Yeah. All right. Good morning, good noon, and good night, and welcome to this Friday edition of the NFT Action News. My name is LeftHousr. Today is Friday, December the 17th. The year is 2021. And let's do this. I'm joined by my co-host. This is my brother, Emity Left. How are you, dude?
I feel much better than I'm back in the action seat after missing an episode yesterday. It feels good to be home. I'll tell you that, brother. We've got a stacked house again. Happy to be here. Happy CryptomonKey Friday to us all. And let's get into the action. Yeah, let's go down the line here. How are we, Uncle Rico?
Got to take my mute off. Almost did it. I was so close.
Gotcha.
I took the deep breath and I was like, and then I saw the little light. So I saved it.
Good catch. Good catch.
So I'm starting out on a high. I'm doing good. I actually got some cool things for today that I'm excited to talk about. Some interesting new stuff that I'm finding in the space this past week. And yeah, I think it's going to be a cool day.
Mars, Utah.
That's me. How we doing, fellas? Yeah.
How are you, buddy? What have you been up to?
Oh, too much. You know, the metaverse is very, very busy in the holiday season, you know, dropping sacks and balls on people. So I'm sure there'll be more chat about that, you know, as we get to decking the halls.
Oh, yeah.
But,
when is that happening? Do we know?
There was a pinata outage today.
Oh.
So I was trying to do the thing and upload the stuff and make it happen.
Parties everywhere.
The sack has been minted. The balls, however, we don't have minty balls yet.
They have not dropped yet.
No, they have not. So I'm trying to figure out when this.
We're going there early, huh? We're getting into it early, huh? All right.
When pinata is gonna unscrew itself, so I can get the templates made for the balls, and then you know, I've got to make the drop, so I've got to put the balls in the sack, and then you know, then after that, I've got to set up crafting so we can burn the balls.
Sounds terrible. Sounds really rough night.
Sounds like you have your hands full.
Yeah.
But yes, indeed. Full hands. And, you know, we have a full house here. We have some lovely guests. And Rico, you're saying you've got some stuff that you want to share with us.
Yeah.
I got some stuff. This is going to be one of those shows. It's going to get nutty. I have a feeling.
Oh,
but I was thinking we should go ahead and bring our guest assist into the fold here real quick.
I can't forget that I'm in the NFL all day drop like I did last Friday.
Don't forget that. Hello, boys from the open space.
Hello.
Or the neon space. How are we?
Hello, gentlemen.
You caught me mid-vape.
Oh, shite. Very
Is
good.
that like when the waiter comes over mid-bite?
Yeah. Mid-vape.
How you guys been?
We're doing good. Happy
Good,
CryptomonKey
good.
Friday to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you very
I'm about to
much.
send Santa my comma Santa command and see how my Friday luck is in the Crypto Monkeys chat here. Have you been doing that? Or you
Oh,
every
yeah,
day?
yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
They've got the whole Santa thing going on over
I was
in
getting
our old
cold.
Discord.
At first, I got 3 straight days of coal. I was naughty.
Oh, right off the
I've been
bat.
nice. Yeah, I've been nice since then. I've been stacking up. I've got 3 stacks and a pack after that. So
Oh, you got a
shit,
pack?
You can get a pack
Yeah.
for that? I didn't even know you could
Damn,
do
you got
that.
a pack?
yeah,
Damn.
That is an excellent
What a show
drop.
off.
Those packs are expensive.
Brag much?
no.
And I'm doing the Santa
Right.
command. I got to get in there.
bragging
The Left
camp.
House just did it before me.
Well, at
Yeah.
least after the latest UN
Hey, I got one.
meetings, we can use the coal still. I don't know if anybody follows the jokes.
Oh no, I got coal.
Ooh, that's a fun one I got here.
Oh, I like
good
that one.
farmer.
I better claim
Is
it
that the
before
yield
somebody
farmer
else
one?
does.
For the DeFi farmer.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the DeFi farmer like stack.
Somebody already claimed it.
404. Somebody got it to you first.
Somebody claimed it already. Oh, go quick.
It's always that 404 person too. They're good.
Oh, yeah, they're good. That's a good bot.
The error bot.
It's a good
Yeah.
bot.
Yeah, we just airdropped a bunch of packs.
I
So we've been
noticed
up
that.
to-
Oh
So-
shit! I better go get on that then.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we got another sale tomorrow, and part of our brand thing is we airdrop 20% of our sale to people holding our stuff. So we just dropped the packs for the sale tomorrow for the community. And those are not openable until tomorrow after the sale, but
Nice.
I wanted to open one right now.
oh, you
there
did
you
good
go.
too.
You know what? I kind of screwed myself and didn't, in that, like, I wanted to make sure you guys had liquidity. So I did as much burning as I could to get Neon to put it in the pool, which is great.
Oh yeah.
But then I don't get as much pack drops. So it was like,
You can if you want to be real sweaty. What you do is the day before the snapshot, you pull out your liquidity, and then you can send all those FTs back into NFTs as the blend token, and then you can just throw it back in the liquidity pool after the snapshot.
oh, that is a lot of
But-
work.
Yeah, that
I'm
is a
just
lot of
gonna
work.
instead guilt you guys into sending me extra packs.
Yeah.
So
you
that's
gotta
my
probably
move.
work.
No,
get
I'm
real
kidding.
sweaty.
But I didn't even think of that when I was doing that. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta go get this, I gotta go get that. And then when you said pack drop, it like just clicked in my head. I was like, oh, what did I do? But it's all good. It's worth it. When it was for a good cause. And I've been racking up that Neon, so I'm good.
Luckily, I'm pretty lazy, so when it comes to getting airdrops for holding things I like, I usually make out pretty well because I just continue to hold them.
Are these your hands, you guys? Is
No,
this your-
that's a stock photo.
I know. I just wish
We
it was
also,
your hands.
I don't know if we
Those are
announced it in
really
your
cool.
server, but for our auction, we sold the 1-to-1 for Metaforce. We ended up donating like $475 to the Food Bank of Southern California, so that's pretty cool. Like,
Yeah,
thanks
saw
to
that.
our
Very
combined
cool.
artwork,
Amazing.
we were able to raise some money and give it to charity. And we screenshotted it. We have receipts. We didn't just steal the money.
Full transparency. Full transparency.
Awesome.
Well, I mean,
That's
you
so
guys
cool.
always, every time we have conversations, I always feel like you are always like dropping something new or on us. So what are you guys into right now? What's grabbing your attention? Is there anything hyping you guys out at the moment?
I'm way into, not even on Wax, but Thetan Arena is like the new game that I'm just obsessed with. It's like
yeah.
it's a MOBA, multiplayer online battle arena, but the heroes that you play with are NFTs or like blockchain assets, and you can earn with them while playing. But it's kind of like skill based. Like you have to win 55% of your games to get an ROI. So like if you lose a lot, you actually won't make your money back. So it's kind of like trying to attract the esports crowd. But yeah, it's on like mobile and computer, and it works. It's fully functional already. So like I'm pretty like blown away with how well this game works for like, yeah, you could download it for free and play it on your phone against people who own NFTs. And if they beat you, they're like earning for it.
Okay, so we can play this here in America. We just couldn't get in on the token sale or something like that. Was that the deal?
I don't know the legality behind that, but I mean, I can go on Pancake Swap and buy the token in a decentralized
Okay, yeah.
finance.
Well, I mean, I was watching this website for their token drop, and then like when it went live or whatever, then they finally put out the notification. But I mean, I guess I could go to the old Pancake.
I know
Swap.
US has weird laws about that. Like for Gods Unchained, if you played Gods Unchained, you're supposed to get airdropped like IMX, which everybody in our chat was like, yeah, go check it out. You should have free up IMX. It's like if you're in America, you can't grab that. And they like ended up giving people in America USDT instead, which is cool. But it's like, it is weird that like the global laws, if you have a centralized game, you can't just do like universal airdrops to everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I think it has to do, like, if they did a sale, then it's potential that they would become considered a security. And so if you give away your game tokens, like if you've never had a sale as a fundraise for a token, then you can do it in the US. If you've done a sale as your fundraise, then that token is potentially going to be called a security in the future. And so the best way that they can protect themselves is by saying, you know, you're not eligible to get this token if you are in the US.
Fun
Okay.
police.
A lot of people just use a VPN, and that's that. So
Yeah. It also depends on how decentralized, like, it's definitely like the difference between like Blankos, which is a centralized game where like they want your address and your name before you can buy anything, the way they treat stuff compared to like, you know, like Alien Worlds or a decentralized thing where they like don't really care. It's like there's definitely like a huge gray area in the NFT gaming space right now. And it just generally seems like the more like doxed and the more like centralized the team is, the more they're like have to follow protocols, so they're not getting in trouble.
Yeah, it's definitely something that we've kept track of what you can and can't do, and it has I'll say it's informed our decision making. So
Yeah.
Max, if you're trying to talk to us, you're muted right now. I can't tell.
Oh yeah, you're right. I am muted.
How long have you been trying to say something?
Nobody did.
he's like,
none of
why are
us
these
did
guys
it
just
today,
ignoring
so-
me? So rude.
I was also playing some DeFi Kingdoms lately. Still sending my hero out questing every day.
How's that going?
Trying to find a rune stone. I got all the experience I need to level up. I need a rune. Otherwise, I don't want to buy it. I want to like find it. So right now, I feel like I'm just burning, like doing quests, not getting any extra experience for it. But you know.
So is the rune
grinding
stone
it out.
related to the token rune? Is that
The
what
rune-
these DeFi quests?
Jewel is the native token for their game.
Yeah, Jewel is like the native token for that game, and is also like the governance token for the like DEX that's attached to the game. But it has a bunch of different like token assets. Like whenever I go like when I send him out like to do his missions, he like goes on foraging missions, and I get back like a bunch of different like foraging ingredients that are like
It's basically a token faucet game on Harmony, but the game is built on a decentralized exchange. So like the way you earn the token is by providing liquidity. So like you would earn like I don't know, like cake on Pancake Swap for providing liquidity, or like the Uni token for Uniswap for providing liquidity. Same thing, but that token, as well as a governance token, is the game token you use to buy the NFTs, which you then send on the quest to get the FT faucet. So like it's like a fully functional game built on a fully functional DEX, and also it's like this isn't like a DEX where it's like, oh, it's some rinky dinky thing. There's like $230 million or something in the DEX. It's a huge DEX. It's the biggest DEX on Harmony. So it's a super legitimate DEX where you can provide liquidity and then you get tokens that let you play an NFT game. So we're pretty into that on Harmony right
So
now.
I was like providing liquidity, earning enough tokens to buy a hero. I bought a hero character, and I've been like sending the hero out, and I'm trying to level him up, which is like, I don't know what the end is yet, but like, oh man, I'm having fun grinding my hero level. He's like level 3 foraging already. So I don't know. Like, is that good? Yeah. I feel like it is.
The art style is also very like 8-bit retro gaming. Like,
yeah, it's pretty much like, it looks like what's that farm game that you play?
Town Star.
Stardew Valley.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Stardew Valley as far as like even like the map layout. I was trying to show Max, I'm like, the way they put like the docks in relation to the town is like exactly the same as the Stardew Valley map. I was like, I don't know if that's just like standard thing, but
I was watching Chico Crypto like a week ago or something, and he was talking about DeFi Kingdoms, and he was live streaming, and like he was showing it, and like, you know, the music was playing, but he wasn't hearing it. So like everybody in the community was like, the music, and he was just like, talking or whatever, but the music was like blaring over him for like 10 minutes or whatever. The chat was just going nuts. But that little theme song was like just going nuts in the back, over top of him the whole time.
Yeah, that's too fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
That one, yeah, that I've been into that, and then like lately, I don't know if you pay attention to all these like yield farming.
You're about to go down the DeFi rabbit hole if you ask Max.
Just really quick, since you have it pulled up, go to viperswap.one or viperswap.com or whatever. Like they all go to the same spot.
DeFi Kingdoms is actually a fork of ViperSwap. The same exchange
is
is
the
like the exact
original,
same thing, which is a fork of Uniswap.
Yeah, this is a fork of more directly of Sushi Swap and with Bao Finance kind of like metrics baked in. But go ahead and click on staking up top left there, and then click pools and look at the APR they're offering for liquidity right now. It's fucking nuts.
Oh wow,
4,000%.
Yeah,
and like you can do that on like blue chip assets. Like scroll down, there's like Bitcoin and one, and you get like 700%.
I'm in the Viper UST pool.
I do the UST Viper as well. I do a few of these pools, but so those liquidity rates are about to double in 3 days.
Yeah, it's at 16x right now, and then it goes to 32x.
And it'll be it'll be double these. It's the distribution. So if you click on,
how long do they sustain these rates?
That's only for 2 weeks, and then it goes back down to 16, then it goes to 8, then it goes to 4, then it goes to 2. And if you look, they have like a schedule, and it just ramps up and down. But like Max and I got in before the schedule went to 32x, and people move money into the token as well to get the yield. So if you can like get ahead of these things, you can do pretty well for yourself.
You're
not
also
financial advice, of course.
Not financial advice. You're also getting 95% of this yield is locked, and it stays locked until December 25th on Christmas Day, when it becomes unlocked in a linear fashion over the next 365 days. So every day, like 0.27% of your locked balance will become unlocked, and also 0.27% of the like locked balance that you're mining starts to become unlocked. So like you'll still be mining 95% locked tokens into your balance that are becoming locked like linearly over a year.
So
But that 95% ratio is declining at the same rate as the tokens are unlocking.
Yeah,
Until
that's
at
how
the
they
end of the
do it.
year. Yeah. So
is
that's the
lock it all in.
biofinance side of it. Yeah.
So they're just those APRs aren't real numbers.
Yeah, it's 5% of that basically, but it's significant even at 5% of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems dangerous. I like it.
Yeah, I've been getting into that a little bit. So I like these types of like keeping my eye out on these emission schedule for liquidity mining opportunities, and then just like rotating my
DangerNoodle.exchange.
Have you looked into what's going on with Pulse Chain at all?
I have not.
Okay.
What is going on with Pulse Chain?
Well, it's created by Richard Hart, the creator of Hex, and he's forking Ethereum, but he's bringing the whole system state over. So every ERC20, every NFT, you're going to get an airdrop on the Pulse Chain side. And there's
the largest airdrop in the history.
Some pretty interesting mechanics and things behind it. You know, I can't really speak on it because it's hard to understand all of it for myself. But you guys might be interested in checking it out.
Yeah.
That seems though like it would be a legal nightmare because they're copying IP. So like all of these NFTs, you know, people own the rights to them, and so reproducing them without rights.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, I'll be watching from the sidelines.
Well, not only will you be watching from the sidelines, whatever you're holding in your MetaMask wallet will be copied, will be doubled. So you'll have that existing on the Pulse chain once it goes live. And when all these tokens go live, they're going live from 0. Is that right, Em? From 1 or something like that?
There's some sort of bot that comes in at the beginning and is some sort of liquidity bot that, they all are supposed to start at 0, but there's some mechanics to it for sure that if you start looking into it, you might understand it better than I, for sure. But it's interesting for sure. You know, it's the test net is running right now, and it should be coming in the next couple of months, I'd say. So
we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting thing. Cool. That wasn't even on my radar. Definitely keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's like a interesting. How does that? I wonder. So it'll be like copying the Ethereum net at a moment in time, almost like a fork, and then from then on it'll be independent. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
And the whole thing kind of behind it was to fight against the Ethereum gas fees and everything, but also there's a lot of, there was a whole sacrifice phase that went into it where they raised an insane amount for Sen's Foundation, which is like pretty cool charity, doing some interesting research on the medical side of things, and it's gonna be huge, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge.
That is one to watch for sure. There's a lot of interesting like ways people are like rolling out to deal with the high fees on Ethereum. I wonder if a lot of those projects die when Ethereum fees stop being high.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. There a lot of them are stopgaps, and I think that, you know, once Ethereum gets to its end state with all the shards and everything, and it's working properly, a bunch of this stuff is gonna just go back to Ethereum, because a lot of the liquidity in these other ones are going to disappear. You know,
that's what I'm thinking too. Like,
disappear.
As someone who uses DeFi stuff a lot, like I trade where the liquidity is, not necessarily based on anything else. So it's like Like even when back in the day when it was like not that bad on Ethereum, if I was doing a trade between like, I don't know, like let's just say like Shiba into Ethereum, and the pool was like routing it like Shiba to some other coin to Ethereum, and that Shiba other coin liquidity was deeper on 1 inch, I would go over to 1 inch to do that trade, and then I would come back to Uniswap and do the rest of the trade on Uniswap. Just go like do the basically manually route my trading through the pools that have deepest liquidity. And I feel like that's just anyone who does DeFi does that. And that's kind of what DeFi is, it's like decentralized finance means you move to the place where it's the best for you as the end user, not necessarily a one-stop shop servicing everything. It's like, oh yeah, like DeFi Kingdom on Harmony has the deepest liquidity for this asset pair, but if I want this other asset, I need to, like trade that on Sushi Swap or on Viper Swap or something.
The other thing is, how long is it going to take for them to roll out Ether 2? Because just because Ether 2 is coming doesn't mean like that could be 5 years from now at this point.
Yeah, that's true. It could be.
Yeah,
I feel like they always say Ether. They always say Ether 2 is like 6 months away. No matter when you ask, they're like, "Yeah, it's coming in like 6 months." They said that like a year and a half ago. But like,
well, the thing is that the chain's up, it's running, it's active now, it's live. It's just not fully deployed with all the shards and everything. So it's running concurrently.
Yeah, the sharding stuff, that's what Harmony like blockchain is like it's proof of stake sharding like blockchain, and it works really fucking well. So I'm excited for Ethereum to get that to work.
The only reason I'm using Harmony is because you can do Ethereum things on it for cheaper. So if you could just do that on Ethereum, maybe there isn't a use for Harmony anymore. But
that's exactly it. I trade blue chip assets on Harmony because those are the same assets I trade on Ethereum. It's just cheaper to do it on Harmony right now. Once that becomes cheaper on Ethereum, I bridge my assets right back over and go to the deepest liquidity pool. And I guarantee you everybody else does the same. And
I don't think you can guarantee everybody does that. I guarantee you every single person.
I guarantee everybody who has deep liquidity in those pools does the same. And then like everybody
know what they're doing in DeFi, but that's still a very niche amount of people in the crypto space.
I guess that's true. It is very few people who do all this stuff. I mean, the fact that you can see those like liquidity yield like incentives coming by reading all those white papers, and then still like every time the way it happens is like, oh, I'll see like right now with Viper Swap, cool. In the next like 2 weeks, it's gonna go fucking bananas. So like I'll buy these tokens like last week when they were like 70-80 cents. And like every time that like you do the research, you see these things, it's like, man, the market always reacts to these rates. Nobody's like, even though the shit's publicly posted, the like white papers like there for anybody to read, nobody's reading it. So people wait till they see that like 2000% APR number. That's when the token reacts.
So where do you find, like when you're digging for stuff like this, where do you look?
Viper Swap was recommended to me from a like financial advisory service.
Okay.
That had had a subscription to that is like it's not even my subscription. Like a friend gave me the code because it's like an absurdly high paywall subscription. But usually I'll look like from there. I'll look like at the stuff that gets added to liquidity pools at vetted protocols, and then take a look at like a lot of those like Uniswap and Sushi Swap, like established big exchanges. The things that they incentivize liquidity for is stuff that the governance shareholders are voting for. So people who hold governance shares in those exchanges are big crypto whales or exchange protocols themselves. And so when I see what those protocols are incentivizing, and then it's like, okay, let me jump in and see what this is. And then basically from there, read into white papers and stuff to try to find like where the schedules are.
Did you guys mess with Ohm Forge or that Ohm? What was that? What it was called? Just or Ohm staked Ohm. Did you guys mess with that one? It had like a 7,000% APY or whatnot. Mark Cuban was getting in and out of it. It kind of like there's a bunch of them, a bunch of copies Wonderland. Now, forks of it.
Yeah, what's that? Wonderland is one. There's one on Harmony right now called Euphoria.
That's the one I'm talking
they're
about.
Like these bonding protocols where you can like you basically buy tokens from the protocol itself. The protocol takes ownership of the like usually stablecoin asset, but sometimes also like liquidity assets. So the protocol ends up owning its own liquidity. But the game theory behind it like makes the token worth more supposedly than its backing, which I'm not sure if I'm sold on it, but it is super interesting.
Yeah.
Those things
look
like
at that.
blow off to space when they launch. It's insane. Like one of them launched on Harmony like a few months ago and went to like a $200 million market cap in like a few weeks.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's wild.
I don't understand half this stuff.
It'll be like the token is worth like $1,600, but the backing for it is like $150.
I can't keep up with all this stuff. Like the only reason I'm only over on Harmony now is because we found DeFi Kingdoms, and I was like, okay, I can buy NFTs with this token I'm generating. Now I'm in. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. The rest of the stuff is like, there's a lot to keep up with. Also, like the opportunities are always coming and going, so it's not like you got to be constantly searching for them if you're trying to find them. It's a pretty.
I'm also a big fan to find good blue chip opportunities on Forex Finance is like an Ethereum mainnet protocol that I really like. And that one, there's like a strategy that I really like where it's like you can basically contribute stable coins into a liquidity pool that's used to back what is it called, like to back call options. Oh wait, no, it's stable coin, so it's put options. It's used to back put options, weekly put options, and it generates yield from that, which you can then lock that yield on Forex Finance for additional like if you, depending on how long you lock the position, you get, I think I locked mine for 3 years for like a 3 times multiplier on it, and now it generates like close to 200% of the value of the stablecoin position underneath, which is earning like 40% in stablecoin. But on top of that, you're getting paid in this FXS shares and SDT token to the tune of like 200% of the underlying value. It's really wild.
If you want to hear Max talk about this stuff, every Tuesday we do a tech talk, and you can hear Max talk about this for like 2 hours straight.
Hell yeah. No, you seem hot on it right now.
I think I need to tune in.
I've been doing it for like years and years. So it's really
What
like
about
fun.
Games? Aren't you playing games at all or having any fun? Jesus.
For sure.
Christ.
Like, yeah, but right now, like I say,
enjoy
like
your life. It's Christmas.
Hey, those rates are only up this high for 3 weeks. So
that's
liquidity off wax.
That's quality living, actually. I like what you're doing. It's really cool.
3 weeks from now, I'm going to rotate right back.
I have a thing against like locking in long term, so I never play with any of those things. I want to be able to just today. I want to make this change. Go in and make the change.
Yeah, that is definitely a long-term commitment, especially in a space like cryptocurrency lock something into a smart contract.
A 3-year lock-in for crypto is like,
that's 1,094 days. Like that's a long time.
Like half the top 10 cryptos that exist today weren't even around 3 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's I don't do those types of long-term positions on pretty much anything other than Ethereum mainnet, and even then it's like Ethereum mainnet with protocols that have at least $1 billion in total lock value and have multiple like third-party audits, and that basically that are big and established things, like kind of blue chip protocols, which I feel like Forex Finance is up there with that. I really like Stake DAO is another like platform. I guess they're cross blockchain. You don't have to use their Ethereum mainnet strategies, but they have some really killer ones. But yeah, I think not all of that stuff requires the time locks, and that's definitely the only one I have like locked that long. And I do agree that it's a very high risk thing. Like you're betting that this stuff is still around in 3 years, which as someone who's been here for 3 years, like a lot of the stuff I bought 3 years ago is not worth the gas to send it anywhere.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, it's funny. We've spoken on that where like, all of the big tokens and names that we were speaking about in 2017, like you don't speak about them anymore. They're not part of the conversation in crypto anymore, really. Like Neo, like Neo was like,
I love
Litecoin. Litecoin has taken one of the biggest falls because Litecoin, it used to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin was always number 3, and now Litecoin is not even close to number 3. Like,
yeah,
Litecoin, I feel like I still hear about it, but Neo is just like, what happened?
Neo.
I used to trade Neo and gas back and forth on like Switch.io was the exchange. Like, it's dope. Like it worked really fucking well before all this other stuff like just way took over.
Neo, it's still out there. I think it's just like 100% Chinese focus now. So I think, I don't know. I have a Neo bag that I haven't looked at in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, they also did some weird like what was it? Something OTC, like some additional like blockchain airdrop that they did.
ONG.
ONG, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like
actually
you'd verify your own personal information and you'd own your information. And
I
I had some of that, and then I got rid of that. And
you know what really did me right on Neo was they airdropped this AVA token, the Travala like travel token. They airdropped that to all Neo holders, and I got a few of them. Oh, like years ago.
Yeah.
That was like when they launched. That's how they launched. Like their initial launch was like an airdrop to Neo holders, and they've since moved to the Binance Smart Chain. But like back then, I got this airdrop, and I was like, "Oh, this is dope," and I just like aped into it at like 20 cents. And I was like, "Why not?" You know, I bought a bunch of them and I like started staking them. They were offering like 50% APY staking them, and then when they migrated over to Binance, I was just like, I don't know, like I'm just gonna like sell, and then they spike up, and I was like, okay, yeah, I am gonna sell it. And it sold for like $2 a pop, and then into Binance Coin, which was worth like $48 or something a piece at the time. Like,
well, it's crazy, you know. Like
I had BNB when it was like single digits, and I was like, I don't know if this one's going anywhere or not, and I got rid of it. And
oh man,
that one.
Me too. I also sold most of mine, and before it was the opportune moment.
Yeah.
But
well, like in 2017 or 2016, whatever it was, when I first got in, like on Coinbase, there was only 3 coins. It was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And now there's like how many dozens. And then you had to go trade on other exchanges if you wanted to trade for
Coinbase Pro
coins.
Head over to Coinbase Pro.
Well, then they had a few extra. They had like 4 other ones on that one in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then you'd have to go to like Bittrex or somewhere else or whatever if you want to get to these other tokens. But at the time, there was no stable coins. So no matter what token you were in, you were basically just in Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin fell, all those other coins would fall, or they would kind of like Bitcoin would be going down and all the altcoins would be going up, and then vice versa. And there was this like such a like clear sort of like patterns and rhythms and stuff. And then the stable coins started showing up and started messing with that. I mean, it was so easy to see then, but then the game was so fucked at the time, because no matter what you made, it was just all going away basically. And so like the fact that we're like here talking about like these crazy DeFi, just everything that we can talk about from NFTs and like the use cases and just it's insane how far we've really truly come, like how much more actual tangible product that there is in the space is like
even just
mind-blowing
in the small time. Like Mark was saying, Seattle, Mark's another member of our team, but he said in Seattle, like the Kraken, the hockey team, they're selling like NFTs, and part of the NFTs is like if your NFT gets chosen, you can get box tickets or like win tickets to see games and stuff. So they're doing like physical ticket redeemables with digital collectibles, and it's like, I don't know, people are finding like real legit use cases. AMC gave free Spider-Man collectibles to anybody who bought.
Did anybody see the latest? I'm sorry, go ahead.
The AMC, by the way, if you're a Stubbs member, you need check in your Stubbs member account and go down and self-identify as a shareholder. And then between January 1st and 30th, you'll get an email from AMC with instructions on how to redeem a I Own AMC Wax NFT, which they will be airdropping like redeemable stuff to over the years that you can redeem at like physical AMC theater locations. If it's very easy, you can make a free Stubbs account and self-identify as a shareholder to qualify for a free I Own AMC stock AMC like NFT on Wax. I'm not sure if anyone was aware, but that's a thing that's happening.
I am a Stubbs holder as well. Thank you for that.
The new Spider-Man that comes out today, I believe, is dropping Wax NFTs to people too.
That's right. Yeah, that's true.
And did you guys anybody see this? The new South Park episode. I watched it last night. I mean, it's just all about NFTs. They're just completely going over every aspect. I mean, it's hilarious. You guys should watch it. you'll think you're in a dream or whatever. It's just so insanely bizarre how much like the episode is just about NFTs. It's ridiculous.
Oh man,
It's great.
damn! I gotta watch it. I
Yeah.
love South Park. They usually do a good job.
Yeah.
It's usually pretty savage too, so I'm excited.
Very savage. Yeah, they nail it. It's really great. It's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
The part about me, like the part about all this like NFT stuff too, that like when I see like articles about how nonsensical it is and like people like with that sentiment, it's like it is also that, you know. It's hard to say it's not that because it's also that, but it's
Yes.
that and a lot more. But the thing is, like, it is also a bunch of nonsense, and there is, you know, people selling farts or like, you know, monkey pictures that just sell for millions of dollars, and that they're
They go after all that shit in this.
yeah, which is like it's all
really
that,
great.
and it can be way more than that. Like, I don't know, like how deep you've dived into like what you can do with NFTs, but you can do so much. Like long term, I'd say it's going to become commonplace for people to curate like custom DeFi positions into NFTs, then sell the NFTs off to people who don't know how to build such a DeFi position, for example. And basically, I could like for $5,000, I could make a $5,000 position, sell it for $5,500, but then every time the owner of the NFT claims the yield from those positions, it would kick back something to me, the creator of it. So long term, I could sell positions in DeFi at cost for making the positions to people who, you know, maybe would be willing to pay me the premium for not understanding how to use it. And that's like, man, that's not far away. Like there's stuff in place to do that. Like today, it's just Ethereum's too expensive.
Also,
Really
there's
crazy.
legalities of that is still pretty great.
Yeah, that's true. But it's all DeFi, you know, like I'm not selling to anybody. You can sell to protocols or like established protocols in general that you're not like dealing with people as much as protocols. It's a very weird gray area, and they're
I mean, if
not
you're selling
defining-
ownership of an NFT in a position, isn't that security? And at that point, you're selling securities, which you need to have a license to do in America.
No, you're not selling them any ownership in a position that I maintain. You're selling them the entire position. They could burn the NFT and recover the entire position. They have no voting right, no nothing. It's not a security. They just buy the position from me. I've just set it up in a way that makes it certain yield, and then I get a cut of that yield for having set it up that way. It's definitely not a security, but I am not sure how it will be regulated because it's not something that exists.
How about in the things we do have NFTs for sale tomorrow? Where NFTs we're not selling.
All right, 40 minutes in, we get to the point.
Oh, man.
I
No,
could
don't
share
know.
one of the NFTs we're working on if you guys want to see it.
Yeah, please.
Yes. Oh man, I was so stoked to get these all. Like they looked so fucking cool. Get them all done. I finished the airdrop just before we got on the show too.
Nice.
I was getting worried that we're gonna run out of CPU again because minting is pretty pricey.
Sick
So that's a
beats.
Nice.
neon
That's rad.
rarity. Those are like 25 max mint, like the rarest thing you can pull out of our backs. Each one has a custom song and like a custom camera movement. Max does 3D animation. I do music. So Max builds like a 3D space within Neon City, and then I do music. And then Paul, our other roommate, does the 2D artwork, like the neon stuff.
Yeah, each one of the neons is like has its own unique artwork and then has like a unique camera angle that is inspired by like horror style camera angle movements. Like this one's like a jump cutty, like weird fadey, like yeah. There's a bunch of different ones. They're really cool. I'm stoked with how these turned out.
I can share a different one too. Here's
It's
the
also,
Spaceman.
Yeah, let's do another one.
Yeah. There's also some really cool stuff going on with our collection that isn't necessarily super obvious on the surface. So we do like blends. We'll talk about that.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's beautiful.
You might have borrowed a little bit from David Bowie on that one.
Love
Thank you,
that
David.
musical piece.
David, who?
So
No, that's
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
But yeah, if you rip a pack and you end up pulling like a duplicate of the common rarity, for example, you can blend 2 commons into what we have as a neon blend token. And then those tokens are used to participate in like all the blends that we do. And we do like a 1 super blend pretty much every Saturday, which is like an RNG chance type blend where you can, for 1 blend token, you can get like 1 of 2 different rarity, very limited artworks. Usually lately it's been like the concept arts of this type of art. So it's going to be really like cool. And that's the only way it gets distributed is through those blends. And then the blend token itself has this interesting mechanic where you can send the neon space, the blend token NFT to tokenized NFT and then receive neon in your wallet, which is just an FT, which you can then trade or participate in liquidity pools with on Alcor. And you can then send the neon back to tokenized NFT and receive the NFT side of the thing back as well. So it's like a 2-way bridge, 1-to-1 between a neon blend token and the neon FT currency, which creates this really interesting dynamic in the collection where the price of the FT on the Alcor side can create opportunities for arbitrage between the floor price of the collection. So, for example, if like a common or a dim is worth 1 wax right now, but the neon is worth 3 wax, you could buy 2 of those for 2 wax, burn them, turn them into the token, and sell them to the liquidity pool and pocket the 1 wax difference, which is kind of a fun mechanic that keeps people interested in watching the floor and exploiting those opportunities.
It also gives people the opportunity to liquidate if they need to. Like if you need to sell your NFTs in emergency or whatever reason, like it's one of the hard things about NFTs is you need to find an individual buyer for every single NFT. So if I have like 20 NFTs I want to sell all at once, it's kind of hard. And with our collection, as long as they're dims or lits, you could just burn them into the token and then just cash out through the swap. But you might not
damn,
get
that's
great,
smart.
but at least is like it is the tool is there if you want it. You might end up getting slippage and not get as much as you would if you individually listed them all in Atomic Hub. But like
Rico, remember it was like a week ago or something we were talking about the NFT pawn shop. This is a 1 step closer to the idea right here. This is it.
Well, this is what's in our white paper essentially.
Yeah.
I've been talking with the guys at Kate about developing this for Metaforce, but instead of using the tokenized NFT contract, we'll be setting up our own contract to do it because we want to do a little bit more with it than just that and have denominations and some other things. So we're working on essentially implementing the same thing for Metaforce.
Oh hell yeah. It's really cool like mechanic that adds like a real utility to the like collection just within itself. Like you can, and then the other side is when people exploit those opportunities, they're burning out of a finite asset and making everybody who's holding its asset more rare. Which
there are some Ethereum collections that I've come across that they have like a mechanic to where you can sell the NFT back to them at mint price. Of course, you've got to eat the gas or whatever, but I think that's a cool feature or function to have, like, oh, maybe I don't want this, and you sell it back or whatever, or like you need the money or something. Like just having like that immediate out on an NFT like that is a good deal.
Yeah, I really like that. I like, especially because like Lewis was just saying, like NFTs are totally like zero liquidity assets. Like if you're selling an NFT, you need to find a buyer like for specifically that NFT. Which I guess now with the offers in Wax going live on Atomic Hub, maybe that's going to change a bit. But I haven't used that yet. But I'm excited about it. Have you guys tried that yet? Where you can
no, I didn't know.
Yeah, you can now make an offer to somebody's NFT who's
it's like
not
open
listed
even
on
if
the
they're not
market.
selling it, you can be like, hey, I'll give you 20 wax for that, whether you want to sell it or not. But like, I don't know. I like that part of OpenSea.
I like that too, because that effectively, like if I wanted to like cash out of some of my NFTs, I could just look through my list and see what offers I have and just accept offers that I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll accept that.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to list it and wait for a buyer to come through. So that's pretty cool. But like I said, I haven't seen much of that used yet in the Wax side of things. That's kind of like how the Ethereum NFT markets move a lot.
What about Solana? I keep hearing lots of like, other YouTubers and big NFT people that like made a bunch of money on Ethereum. They're starting to talk about Solana a lot. Have you guys looked into what's going on over there NFT wise or game wise at all?
I've seen I know some of the Wax communities have some like overlap with projects on Solana, but like That's about all I hear of it. I hear other people talking about it in chat rooms, but I'm not like personally invested
There
in
is
anything on
one
Solana.
project that I've heard of that's coming, I think, in January. Let me show it to you guys. That might be, it's called Dronies. This one might be one worth looking at. It's supposed to, has good people and the right people are in it or whatnot. I've heard some folks talk about it, but there are these weird robots, I guess. What is a droney? Let's find out. Built using unique tech, these robotic birds are equipped with special features that allow it to record and upload data to an unknown source. So that's pretty weird. What does that mean?
I like the way they look.
Yeah. I wonder what that means. To upload data to an unknown source. Can anybody decode that for me?
Gotta get
Upload
'em on the
data to
show.
an unknown source.
Yeah,
Means
that's
that
what it says.
they're gonna tell your information. I don't
I like the art style of those though. They look
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, but that's on Solana. That's the only thing that I've heard of that might be worth taking a look at.
Well, McKenna's Heroes and Villains is on Solana.
That's right. That one's on. So that's a good
Yeah.
one too.
And that's one where that seems like it's a real sleeper because he's a super well-known comic book artist and
Yeah.
people aren't really it didn't get as much traction as was expected, but it's like there's a whole significant roadmap that goes along with it, and it's one of those ones where when you get it, you own the rights, and then you can get one of ones, and then those one of ones will earn you royalties when they use them in future comic books and stuff like that. So
That's really cool.
yeah, it's definitely something that I got quite a few, and I was lucky with my polls. What's that?
I just got one. I was scared. It was my first time going to the Solana chain and everything, and I was like, oh, I just don't know. I'm gonna get one.
Yeah.
I
got quite a few, and I got some really nice polls out of it. But the long-term roadmap seems very solid because, I mean, Mark McKenna's been a mainstay in comic books for years and years and years. He's completely public on this, and he's putting his name to it. I mean, literally, his name is part of the collection, and you can't really get more credibility than that. Like, there's no hiding from this. There's no rug pulling. There's no anything. He's put his multiple decade comic book reputation into this, so it feels like one that's gonna.
It'll have its day. It'll have its day. You rogue.
Yeah, that is pretty dope.
Yeah.
So
on Solana, is there like Atomic Hub style or like OpenSea style marketplace, or
there's a couple. There's a couple. The two that this is on is Solana Art.
Yeah.
And on Magic Eden. So magiceden.io and solanart.io. And they're on both of theirs. And you can, like, if you just want to wipe the floor to get a couple of them just to have, the floor is super cheap. But you can still mint them, and they're like whelps, they're evolutions. They have like 6 evolutions, and as they evolve, their traits change until you get to the final traits. And then they have stuff on the website where like you can replay the traits, and then one of them is like time travel, and if you get a time travel one, you can essentially choose to like re-roll it. And there's just so much nuance and complexity to it. And then these
0.24 for this one. Jeez Louise.
Yeah,
it's cheap.
So now the thing about Solana is it's not a common liquidity pool like on Wax. So some are listed on Solana Art and some are listed on Magic Eden. And so you'll see different ones available. So you want to check both.
Oh, okay, good. That's good to know.
Yeah, Wax is really kind of one of the few marketplaces that does that because it was attached to the
I'll get another one over here.
the atomic assets. The way the NFT standard is set up, they built
Yeah.
into that how the common liquidity of the marketplaces works. On other chains, that's not necessarily the case. A lot of them, you've got to go in and you've got to negotiate with the marketplace to get listed.
Oh yeah. No, I definitely like Wax for NFTs. The more I do it on other chains, the more I'm like, man, I've been spoiled like starting my NFT journey in Wax.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, completely spoiled.
Well, that's the other thing. I think since the last time that we talked, there's been like 10 million new,
Oh my
giant
God.
Wax projects that have come out, play to earn, game, this, that, and the other hoo-ha. Are you
Yeah.
guys dabbling with any of those?
Oh, I'm more than dabbling.
I know you are, Rico.
I'm ornaments deep in quite a few of them.
I know you are.
I haven't been playing a lot of new games. I'm still playing Wax Arena
Yeah.
and like NFT Battle Miners, but I haven't gotten into a lot of the new ones.
Yeah.
I bought like a Warsaken pack. I'm excited to open that when it's openable, but I haven't gotten into much of the other new ones. I've been spending more time on Dayton Arena is like the game that sucked me in, and like I've actually been moving some. It's like I'd never used Binance Smart Chain before, so I'm like trying to learn how that chain works and stuff, and that's
Right.
taken up a bunch of my time, and like how that aftermarket works and how to sort like. So that's sort of been where I've been focusing most of my like NFT gaming effort in the last week or so.
The marketplaces on Binance are so convoluted. You can't find a really good unifying marketplace over there.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not
very
super
yeah.
happy with it. Pretty much nothing besides Atomic Hub. Like, as much as people bitch about Atomic Hub, like Atomic Hub works pretty darn well if you go to any other chain and try their marketplaces. Like, OpenSea is probably the only thing better than Atomic Hub.
I've been fiddling with this one, NF Trade. They're trying to be a cross-chain, kind of chain agnostic marketplace. So you can log in there with MetaMask, and then you can switch between AVAX, Polygon, Ethereum, and BSC. And there's markets for all of them. And then they have a cross-chain trade mechanism. So you can send a trade offer to someone that has an NFT on a different chain. And then if they approve it, they handle because the NFTs aren't swapping chains. You're just trying to propose a swap to somebody cross-chain so that you can
That's
do
actually really cool,
cross-chain
though.
trustless swaps.
Interesting. That's wild.
And then they have some other features that are coming up. And I found a new marketplace on Wax that I'm really into as well. And I'm going to try and get them on for an interview.
Chain Champs.
Oh, cool.
Chain Champs, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're just on Ultra earlier today with them.
So the thing that I really love about Chain Champs is their pack tool.
Yeah, the simulate pack rips.
We
Yeah.
actually simulate our pack
Yeah,
that we just dropped, I
love
think, on it.
So my understanding is you go to the packs tool and then you go and pick out a pack, and then somehow that pack tool reads the smart contract for the packs, and then you can go through and simulate what potential outcomes might be when you would open a pack. But the other thing that's really good is they give you the average value of the pack when you open it, and then the estimated value of the pack on the market. So you can see, am I better off opening this pack from an average standpoint, or am I better off selling the pack?
Which,
and then
spoiler alert, you usually are better off selling the pack.
It's interesting. There's a lot that are it's all over the place, really. But not all of them are populated. So some of them are like 2 or 3x. Others are very, very close. And then others aren't, I guess the information isn't populated yet. So
Yeah. The other thing I like about this one is at the top, they have like a live feed. You can watch live. That's really cool. Like, I don't know how often I'm refreshing the market.
But it moves so fast.
Yeah, but
It's
I mean,
hard to-
I'm usually like hitting Control R to refresh the market on drop day sometimes to try to see what's like being listed. And this is super cool,
Yeah.
where it's just like, oh, it's just like live showing me when new stuff gets listed right as it's listed.
Yeah.
I imagine like on a like Funko drop day or something, this thing's probably just like scrolling along.
Yeah.
Oh,
I also
yeah.
like on their just on their homepage, it just puts right up there. Here's the big sales today. I think that's
Yeah.
really interesting. Shows you the top collections for the day.
He also said he's going to make it so like it pays for your CPU, so it doesn't cost transactions to buy stuff on the marketplace. Like that's the next thing they're working on.
Oh, nice.
God damn, this is cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely cool. I love seeing competition for the marketplaces on Wax.
This is also
Yes.
made by a collector for collectors, and you can tell
Yeah.
because the utility that he's
Yeah.
adding is stuff that like you would only think about if you're someone who's ripped a bunch of packs and is like done this stuff. So I like that he's coming at it from like a collector standpoint, whereas Atomic Hub, I think they're coming at it from a development standpoint more than like people
Yeah.
who use the marketplace
Yeah.
constantly.
Well, they've said in one of their AMAs they built Atomic Hub because they came to the space planning to build a game, and then they needed a marketplace that would work for their game. So they built Marketplace with the idea of then building a game, and then the marketplace took off and it kept taking more and more of their time. So Fabian and Jonah never got to the point where they were building a game.
Damn.
That's funny.
They're a couple like young guys too, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, that's
They're
also
like
why
12.
they built
Yeah.
it and they got
Amazing.
to like a certain point with it. And I don't think that they had realized that or intended for it to become like the cornerstone of the entire Wax ecosystem.
Yeah.
And so then I think finally, like late this summer, it hit them and they were like, oh, so this is what we're doing in this space. Any any past plans are gone. And that's when they started, okay, we're hiring people, we're opening a Discord, we're this, we're
Yeah.
that. I think they resisted that for a while.
It did feel like that too, yeah. Like it was like a side like thing until they like taking it more seriously now, which I feel like maybe some of this marketplace competition helped light that fire.
Oh, absolutely. I think so as well. And I think the fact that it finally, like it started really taking off. And then if you look at the volumes, you know, there's millions of dollars a day going through, right? And
Oh, yeah.
The majority of those sales are listed and sold on Atomic Hub. So that means they're getting 4% of millions of dollars a day. So now all of a sudden they're like, okay, we're cool with just doing this. This works.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, as someone like I was watching all those sale volumes and I was like, all right, time to throw some liquidity into that distribution pool, get my cut of this.
Yeah. I threw in the
You can't
waxy
stop,
pool.
can you? You're just non-stop on the DeFi tip.
Yeah.
I can't stop good DeFi strategies. Nah, dude. It does never get
We have
old.
a non-financial advice banner out of necessity because if Max is on the stream, you need to have that rolling at any given time.
Let me throw ours up here. There we
I've
go.
I've been
Not the smartest apples in the.
I love that. Yeah,
I've
that's
been
definitely-
loving what's happening on DeFi and Wax for like Alcor's always been there, but Kate has really stepped up and built some DeFi, and Blue, you know, has its problems, but is creating something there. And the greatest part about it is like I just collect whatever shit coins I get any day. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to add this to the pool. I don't care that it's 4 cents. It's free to add to the pool. There's no transaction fee. There's no anything. Recompounding. I can recompound multiple times a day and it costs me nothing.
Yeah. What I feel like is missing in all the swaps right now is like, why is there no automated routing? Like, why can't I, like, for example, if you wanted to trade between Neon and Ether, like there's a pool for Neon and Wax, and there's a pool for Wax and Ether. Why can't the swap route me from Ether to Wax to Neon?
Yeah, they just haven't built it yet. I mean, Alcor doesn't strike me as like having adequate developers. I think it's like a dude.
Yeah, it
I don't
seems
think
like
it's really changed
very,
at all
like,
since we got
stagnant,
into it
yeah.
like 3 or 4 months ago. Like it's the exact same, which it works good enough, but it would be cool if they were
They
like,
changed their wallet interface.
Yeah, the
and
wallet
that's the
interface and
only
seeing the
significant change I've
seeing like the
seen.
open orders too. Like now you can see how many positions you have open. That like
Yeah.
4 or 5 months ago that wasn't a thing.
Yeah, so all the stuff in that wallet interface was huge and great and needed.
Yeah, that was a
update.
good step forward.
Yeah. But aside from that, like they've had, Ethereum, EOS, whatever coming soon for literally 18 months.
Yeah, the bridges are up. You can bridge into that stuff right now. Why aren't they why isn't the Wax team bridging some of those and supplying a little bit of initial liquidity? Like,
so Wax obviously
move.
is bridging Ethereum. I
Yeah.
actually have a bridge stuck right now that I'm trying to get over so that I can I'm working with Corey to launch a stablecoin pool, and I'm trying to bring liquidity over from Ethereum, and it's stuck. So I'm going through Wax support right now because they've had
Oh man.
my chunk.
Yeah, I was like 70% of the USDT Wax liquidity pool for the last like 6 months straight.
Yeah, that's gonna change pretty quickly for you.
I mean, that pool is not bad either. Like I'm not losing any like impermanent loss there at all. I'm not getting any decay loss. It's still working, but it's also like it's pretty low. Like, I mean, I own 70% with like a couple grand. Like it's not like I'm whaling into this pool over here,
Yeah. Well,
But-
fair warning, your percentage is going to go down soon.
Nice. I've been waiting for that, man. Like, because I see the token bridges live, not just for USDT, but also USDC, wrapped Ethereum, wrapped Bitcoin, Ren
Yeah.
Bitcoin. What other one was I seeing? I think DAI was another one, wrapped
Yeah,
DAI.
DAI.
Like all of those are up.
I started Wax DAI and a USDT DAI on Alcor, and like
What? Fuck yeah, dude.
but they were like super tiny. And then somebody really quick went in, because I was just like playing with it to get it set up. And then I was like, all right, I've got to figure out how to get more Wax DAI over here because I can't trade it over in the pool that we've got. So I've got to bring it in and this, that, and the other. So I was figuring out how I was going to set it up. And so I had just a few bucks in there. And some people did some trades that they obviously didn't check like their slippage or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So then USDT was like double what DAI was. And nobody was like trading it back the other way to fix it. And then I was like, all right, I'll just take it out and kill the pool. And I'll start the pool again at 50-50. And then it tries to start the pool again on the old like imbalanced amount. And it got all screwed up. So I was like, well, I'm just going to stop playing with this until I can actually bring over enough liquidity to do something with this and incentivize it. And
oh yeah, let's see here.
Yeah,
it went up to 111 wax per DAI. Hell yeah.
Super cool though. It's super cool that
yeah.
you're taking the initiative to bridge the
Yeah,
assets over and create the
So
pairs on
I-
Alcor because somebody's got to do it.
That's what I'm waiting for that too. Yeah.
I'm going to fund the incentives for it to get people in. So I'm tired of waiting. Nobody else will do it. So I'm just going to do it.
Once those pools start like filling up, I'm 100% interested in farming like a USDT DAI pool. Like, where's the downside in something like that on Alcor? That's great.
So the plan, I'm working with Corey and I'm going to fund the blue for it. And he's going to kick some in too. And then we're going to build it. Apparently their community pools are broken for everything but blue, but we're going to start a community pool for it with blue and then get Wax USDT rewarded. And then we're going to try and get Wax DAI going, but that's going to take longer to get to that. And then once Wax DAI is going, then we can do USDT DAI. But I've been watching the gas prices on Ethereum because bridging has been like insanely expensive.
Oh yeah,
for so long.
It was cheap for like a hot second when the price was like taking a dump the other week.
Well,
I saw some under 40 way.
Yeah, it's gotten better. I mean, I'm going to take a hit either way because I'm going to pay the
Yeah.
gas to get it over here, and then I'm going to fund the pool, and then I'm going to pay for the rewards on the pool.
Yeah,
But
damn.
hopefully it helps out the space enough.
Yeah, that's something I feel like Alcor would be well served to do if they had like their own token or something that would be like, a way for them to incentivize liquidity directly on their platform.
Yeah,
Like how the Sushi Swap does it. That would be fucking dope.
I think Alcor's like a guy, and he's like,
Yeah,
I don't
think
have
you're
to
right.
do anything, and there's just money falling in my lap. So
Valcor?
yeah. So until somebody else actually builds something else, and he doesn't have the free roll anymore, I don't see it advancing.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
talking to someone to try and get a DEX on Wax, but
what I'm really, really interested in on Wax, it's something I like love using on like other smart chains is like lend and borrow protocols, like the compound protocol. Like I would
Yeah.
love something like that on Wax. If I could deposit my Wax and then borrow like Farmers World wood against the collateralized Wax, holy shit, that would change the game for me. Like that would move a lot of my trading over to Wax, because that's like I do that on like you can do that on Ethereum for like recently when Bitcoin was taking a dump, I collateralized my USDC, took a loan in Bitcoin, sold the Bitcoin, and then bought it back, or like waiting to buy it back still. But
yeah,
so you can make like moves in both directions, which I feel like would just benefit the trading in the space, because I feel like I trade a lot on Alcor, and some of the pairs like USDT and Wax, I feel like there's maybe five other people out there trading it, like based on like what I'm seeing in the
Yeah, we
chart.
checked when Wax dropped down to like 45 cents. It was still
Yeah.
USDT was still at like 70 cents on Alcor. Like nobody's
Yeah,
even touching
I
it. It's like,
arbitraged out of
it's a
the Wax
crazy
like
arbitrage opportunity there.
by like 80% and over $1,000 worth too. It wasn't like a couple bucks. It was like all these orders are just sitting here. Nobody, like, it's literally selling for 40 cents on KuCoin right now, and it's still like listed for 70 cents on the Alcor like
Yeah.
orders. So
well,
I'm
that's
like,
the thing.
cool. I mean, I'll take it.
Somebody's gotta me
Yeah,
has
yeah.
gotta just incentivize that pair and then get volume into that pair so that there is $50,000, $100,000, $150,000 of liquidity or more in that pair. But right now, nobody's going to bridge.
Yeah.
You can't even bridge that much money. You just lose it all swapping it. Like you bridge it over, then you're just stuck with it because there's no route to get anywhere else except
Right.
back to Ether.
So somebody's got to be the first guy. So, we're going to try and do it and try and get some liquidity. And then hopefully some
Hell
people
yeah.
bring some over.
Yeah.
And, gas fees are dropping now. I don't know. I mean, who knows how the market's going to go? I still think there's another leg up. I don't think that next leg up is far off. I think when that happens, gas fees are going to pump again. So
Yeah, same.
I think, bridging now or soon is going to be your best price to do it. And, a handful of people just need to do it and put their crypto where their mouth is. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm recruiting people. I'm saying I'll put out the rewards. I just need people to go bridge some freaking USDT over and start trading it.
Yeah, those bridges are like, I was so stoked to see those live, and then that was like months ago now. I'm like, where's the like the other side is like, why isn't Wax the team who is behind the bridges? Why don't they advertise any of the DeFi opportunities in Wax? It's super strange.
They've done a little bit, but there's two reasons as I understand it. First off, they started this whole thing out with saying DeFi is better done on Ethereum than Wax anyway. So that's why we're building on Ethereum, blah, blah, blah. And they can't backtrack on that too quickly. That's just a PR issue. I think now this is just pure speculation on my point. I think when they did that, they had in mind, okay, here are the steps, and this is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen. And then eventually we're going to have the volume on Wax, and then we'll be able to build DeFi on there, and then we'll have a way to move this to there and make it all good and blah, blah, blah. I think things happen faster than they thought it would, and they don't have all their protocols in place, because I think that their end game here is to make a much smoother and much more efficient bidirectional bridge that does both FTs and NFTs And then at that time, they were going to try and merge in the DeFi markets on Ethereum and make something happen on the Wax side and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of that was going to be based on when the EVM came out. And so they've got 100 million Wax pool to incentivize developers to build EVMs on Wax. And that was when they wanted this all to happen. And so all of these games blew up faster than they could get the EVM built. So now they're in the donut hole. And that's why they're not going to incentivize it now, because they laid out this whole plan and the DeFi and then the this and then the EVM. I think once they have the EVM on there, they plan to move their DeFi model still based on Ethereum, but on an EVM running on Wax.
I see.
So
Well,
that makes
I'm
sense.
not going
That makes
anywhere.
sense.
I have patience.
Yeah.
I can wait.
So the Wax,
Bring on
the Wax
DeFi
is
if it takes
just
a minute.
moving faster than they can develop for it. And so I see the need now to build that DeFi. And so I'm going to take the gamble and suck it up and put the money in myself and hope it is the catalyst that is needed. But, we need other collections, other Wax enthusiasts to also be willing to make those bridges and trade the market, because without people trading the market,
Yeah, that was one of the first days when I was trying to source some Wax. That was the first time I ever used that bridge. I bridged in some USDT because there was USDT was selling for way cheaper than the actual Wax price for some reason. And there's a bunch of orders in there. And I was just like, okay, this could be a way to source Wax that since they don't sell it to me on Gemini, I can just, which is so I'll just bridge my USDT in. And actually I was stoked. It worked. I was able to source Wax and without exchange limits or withdrawal fees or any of that weird shit. And I guess at the time it was also the bridge cost me $12 or something in Ethereum gas, and then I think there's a 1% fee on it, or there was, maybe, I don't know if that's still the case, but it was pretty straightforward too. I was like, this is it works. It really blew my mind how a lot of the DeFi stuff in Wax works, and then it feels it's such a well-kept secret for some reason, but it definitely makes sense why now. That makes more sense.
What do you guys know about token lands? It's has a drop tomorrow, and it's on Wax. It's another stakeable land opportunity here. I don't know if it's on anybody's radar or not.
I don't know this one.
Yeah,
I picked up a couple of packs a long time ago, and I never opened them. And then it just popped back up here, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I think I remember this. And I looked and I saw, I'm like, oh yeah, I do have a couple packs. But iconic NFT game based on the Wax platform. Fighting 5 continents for international token T-coins and military supremacy. It looks kind of Blade Runner-y, the cards do.
Ooh, it sounds kind of like Risk.
Yeah, I like the artwork. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many of these things, and then they've got but they're dropped tomorrow. But the things that they got the Sector Big Pack and the Sector Standard Pack. The Sector Big Pack's only $500. And the Sector Standard Pack is 200.
Oh wow!
Holy
Sector, is that land ownership or something in the game?
Yeah, I think these are the land pieces. Let's see here.
How many of those are on sale?
1,100 of the standards, and then we've got for the big boys 300 only, and that's the $500 one. Let's see. Big Pack contains 3 NFT token land sectors from 1 of 5 continents. Sector drops chance, mini sector 58%, small sector, big sector, mega sector, and the grand sector. So yeah, let's see.
Damn. That's a little. I feel like I'm priced
these
out
days
of
I've been less buying into games that don't exist yet.
Yeah.
Trying to kickstart an economy and hoping that I'm a whale in it before the game exists is not. I feel like not the best investment strategy, just based on doing that in a couple other games on Wax and getting burned. So lately I've just been buying into stuff. It's if there's a way I can functionally play with the items I buy immediately, I'll buy them. But like if the game's gonna come out later, I'll just buy them later when the game's actually out. Which like I might get screwed and I might not get the best early deal, but then like a lot of the risk of the game not coming out goes away. Like
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're locking up your wax basically at that point, especially if they're not even offering like a staking system or something like that in the early days of the process. Like you're just locking up your shit. And that's no good.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
Especially if you believe in wax a lot, because that's like for a while I was investing in everything, and then wax boomed, and it went from like I was buying in at like 20 cents up to like almost $1. Then I was like, oh shit, I should have just held all this wax. Then it was like, now when I buy a new project, it's like, do I believe this project is going to do better than wax in the next 6 months? And then like very rarely am I like, I think this game is going to outperform the entire blockchain of wax. Like most of the time, I'm like, I think the wax is better, but I do still like playing NFT games. Like I just like actually playing the games. It's just why like I bought into Theta Arena because if you buy it now, you can play it like it's a live game, and you have like immediate play. So like I like that, but I've been less of like buying into these expensive land drops and like staking economies before the game exists. I feel like that's
a funny point. I feel like if wax was still $1 right now, I would be more interested in buying a $500 land pack than now that wax is at like 40 cents. That's like, oh, that's like 1,300 wax. Like, that's a little more wax than I try to.
Right. Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, at $1, it's like 500 wax. Okay. Like for some reason, the dollar amount, like.
Yeah. Well, we had that, the big rise recently in wax, and then it dropped pretty quickly there, pretty steep. Right. And it was interesting because the whole time, like I was like stuck watching the market for a train station in train of the century. And like when the wax price was high, when the wax price was near $1, it was actually, they were keeping it around like the USD price of like around like $2,000, like a little bit above that. So I just watching it and go up and down, I was like, oh man, like the time to buy is when the price of wax is high. If you can tell that they're kind of trying to equate it to the USD value of some sort, right? Because then it was like less tokens, it was less wax when it was higher, and then like when it came down, it was like almost like double in wax tokens. I was like, oh, that's when you want to buy something, and then wait for it to sell, and then you can for wax to drop, and then you sell that thing for double your tokens, and you're a millionaire.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of real good deals when wax started to fly off the handles, like people trying to like exit their stuff and trying to capitalize on the wax pump.
Yeah.
And like we were saying, NFTs are no liquidity asset. You got to find a buyer. And when everyone's trying to sell wax to capitalize on a pump, like people start to undercut each other super hard. So it's like, not only is it cheaper in wax, it's the wax is like more expensive. So it's like, it kind of tends to like keep its value in dollars versus like in wax, it seems. Yeah. At least since I've been in this space, I feel like buying an NFT means I'm, kind of locking in my dollar price ish of the NFT. And I've, I shouldn't expect to get a sale in wax equivalent or more wax equivalent than I've bought. Like there's definitely some stuff I bought back in the day that's like when wax was like 10 cents or less. And it's just like, oh, I could sell it today at $1 profit, but man, that's like a 10x loss in wax. So it's like it's hard to.
So do you guys prefer wax to be near $1, or would you rather it be down in the cents?
I wanted to hurry up and just get to the top 20 where it belongs and settle out.
Yeah,
I don't mind it for now because I want to stack more wax, and I have a bunch of NFTs. So if I want to sell my NFTs, I can stack more wax now. But I think long term, I want it to go up. But like in the short term, if it went down a lot more, I would just sell a lot of my NFTs and then try to buy them back when wax came back up. I think.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too. That's why like the NFTs is definitely like discoupled from or disjointed from the wax price, which is cool. Yeah, I definitely I agree. This blockchain works so well for NFTs. Now doing the NFT stuff on like several different blockchains, it's like, man, even like a 2-second finality stuff is like that feels slow when I'm used to wax.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, 5 cents would be nice.
I stacked all my wax when it was 3 cents. So
nicely done.
I'm happy it just going up. I don't need it to go backwards. I bought early on because I believed in it, a year and a half ago. So
Yeah. Hell
I've
yeah.
had my long-term hold set and just sitting there for over a year. So everything else now I just do actively what I want to do. I don't have to worry about building my bag because it's built, it's in the
got your
vault. It's been
stake
sitting
yield.
there.
Getting that
That's
5% staking each year, or right?
It's so low. It's like 2% or something. But yes, I'm
Oh,
getting that. And then my other trick is just put a shitload in the Wax Kate LP because that's a
stable coin, right? Or like stable to wax.
Kate is soft pegged to wax. Yes.
Yeah, it's like 0.04, right?
Yeah,
Or
it's
0.4.
25
yeah.
to 1.
Yeah, okay.
So if
0.04.
you watch it over time, like it'll pop one way or it'll pop the other when somebody does like a big trade, but it always finds its way back. It actually finds its way back to usually like between 0.038, 0.039, and
Yeah.
it just stays there like long term. So
Yeah, I've noticed that one too. I keep buying it when it drops below like point like 0.35 or whatever. Like I'll start buying it more and more.
I just, whenever I have spare, I just put it in there and put it in there, and I pull Kate, and then I just compound and compound and compound.
Oh, does the Kate team supply like a yield like reward for doing that? Oh, okay. Oh, I did not know that. We'll have to go into that.
I mean, that's essentially a wax printer.
Yeah, damn.
Because
There
they
you
just throw you Kate. The Kate is pegged to wax. So I just take however much wax on any given day. You're gonna steal my LP now.
I do like that though.
And then I just keep compounding it because it's just a wax printer.
Oh, that is really cool.
I want a wax
What
printer.
the Kate team is doing. Kate team rocks.
Yeah.
I do really like that. I really hope they do some kind of like I like their market where they accept all the different currencies too. I'm really curious how that works with the Atomic Hub like market fees and stuff. When you buy in a different currency, does like the tokenomics 2% fee just get circumvented? Like I'm not sure.
No,
I think that'd probably get routed through their swap.
Yeah.
Into wax before it does the purchase.
So on the blockchain layer of this transaction, it's still a wax transaction.
Yeah, I think it'd basically be like smart routing them all through Nefty pools on Alcor is basically how that would work. Or I don't know if they have their own pool set up. I don't know the back end, but like I think they're swapping everything through Nefty through wax before.
Or through Alcor's swaps. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's kind of like what Nefty Block is into, right?
After almost any purchase that's not a wax purchase, you almost always have a balance due. Because they overestimate based on the swap. They count in an amount of slippage, and then they make the swap for the actual amount of wax that it's supposed to be, and then they return you the overestimated slippage.
That is actually really freaking cool. I had to dig deeper into Kate too. They definitely hooked us up with that tokenized NFT stuff, and that works really well.
Yeah.
And pretty much all their other products I'm like really interested in. That's like I read their whole technical white paper too. I really like their like governance model with the like Wax G token. I bought myself a bag of those, which those are, I guess, as far as governing voting voices go, I guess 10 to 1 with Kate, but obviously not pegged or maintained anyway. But
have you guys stumbled into BBS by any chance?
I saw somebody post about that on Facebook today. They were like, there's a new crypto social media. Y'all are going to miss out if you don't join it.
It's kind of, I think it's a similar to like the BitClout type thing, but you know, everything you post becomes something that somebody can buy, and you're like, it's like you're buying into like tweets almost, but immediately as soon as you like start, you start posting things, and you start getting paid. Like I've started creating little things. Like I created one for the NFT Action news, and just started posting things in here, and it's making money. I don't know how. You don't have to sign. There's no MetaMask wallet. There's just like you basically when you sign up through like your Google or your Facebook or whatnot, and pretty much instantly right away you're up in it. I don't fully understand. I just stumbled into it last night, and I haven't like done the full deep dive. I just started like putting little random things up here, like this photo of me here. Where did it go? Oh, here we are. This beautiful photo of my new Christmas sweater.
Nice.
That's where the money comes from.
Yep, right there. Beautiful.
yeah.
I feel like in theory this is cool. I just don't understand where the money's coming from. Like who's paying for this?
How do you have you tried withdrawing too? How does that work?
No,
Or-
I mean, you know, like I said, I just jumped in for 2
Yeah,
seconds
yeah.
last night, put this thing up, you know, just like basically barely set it up, and I've got 3.50 in my wallet here. It says, and it's like my own. I've created this token. It's NFT Act is the name of the token, and then I don't freaking know. I'm not sure what's going on yet. I'm just trying to figure it out. But yeah, it seems like it's early days for this deal.
Also,
I
never
got
know.
no-
Like
yeah.
I
I got no-
immediately dismissed NFTs. Are like NFTs are a stupid idea. Why would I ever want to turn my Ethereum into a crypto kitty? Like that's dumb as shit. So like my immediate response to this is why the fuck would anybody pay for this ever? But that was also my immediate response to NFTs. So I feel like I should probably not immediately dismiss it.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got another good one for you guys.
What do you got?
Have you heard of La Cucina?
No.
I'll
That
take the
sounds-
deafening silence as a no. All right. So this is a
Share your
project
screen,
that's
sir.
just launching on BSC now. And their move here, I sent you the link. Their move for promoting it is they're doing an initial run of Genesis Talions. So it's like T alien, and they're like aliens. But I got it. Me are smart. It said, "Make me Italian," and it's got like pizza that they cook in the kitchen and pasta and all this stuff. Well, either way, that Genesis, it's all given away just for minting costs, but it's on BSC, so your minting cost is super cheap. And then they have like the whole platform that's going to build off that. So to get yours, you have to join the Discord, and then you have to be in the Discord for a minimum of 10 minutes, I guess, so that people don't like go make a billion of them. And then you've got to do a couple spots, a couple things in the Discord, and then you get one claim link for each, Discord name. So only do it once. And then you claim your Italian. And that Genesis Talion will get you other stuff in the future. And then people are claiming them and selling them. And I expect the floor to be pretty low initially once they start going into marketplaces because people got them for free. But I think long-term, it's got some promise. And they paired up with Rareboard as their, what the rarity calculator. And Rareboard is super stinking cool. I really like how they do that. And then Rareboard has a DeFi thing called Fabboard that you can get to from that. And then you can put in your address and the information it gives you about all of the stuff that you have in different accounts and different this, that, and the other. It's awesome. So
That's dope.
check out lacucina.io, get on the Discord, get your Italian, and then check out Rareboards and Fabboard.
Rareboard sounds like it's the Binance Smart Chain version of 8board.
So I don't know 8board, but
It's like the same thing for tracking your DeFi positions on the Ethereum mainnet.
Yeah, so this does Rareboard is for rarity calculations of BSC NFTs, and Fabboard does your DeFi tracking.
So it's
So
probably
I
like
think they're because they look pretty much the same. So I think it's the same team, and they did a NFT tracking and a DeFi tracking tool.
nice.
So
That is dope. I do like I'm seeing more and more like intricate NFT tracking tools now too with like rarity like things. It's really exciting. I remember.
Yeah.
I mean, I was introduced to like the NFT rarity structure like on Wax, where it's like, you know, they have like different rarities that have different mint structures, but then like a lot of projects are like one of ones with different attributes, and the attribute like combinations decide what rarity it is.
Yeah.
So even having like 3 common attributes, if they're all the same like attribute, that might be more rare than 3 uncommon attributes or something like that. Which is really, it's really interesting. You know, like it's hard to like see the, like the overview of that, you know, as a newcomer. So it's cool to see all these tools are so like so robust now. It's cool. They break it all down into like point values basically, which is nice.
Old stuff, man.
Oh.
That's really crazy.
Yeah. So the cool thing about the Italians is that I guess it's going to tie to liquidity positions that you hold on BSC, and then it gives you second layer rewards.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
So
and that's the owning the NFTs, or is that the FT token?
You own the NFT, and by owning the NFT, you earn their FT for providing liquidity on it. They say it's going to be a bunch of different markets. It's not just like most of the NFT projects. It's like, oh, if you provide liquidity on markets for our token, then we reward you with more of our token.
That is really cool. This sounds almost like my favorite NFT in my collection that does something similar to this, where it's on the Ethereum mainnet. It's called Stake DAO. They like, you can get their NFTs, and then owning certain NFTs allow you participation in different like strategies. And so like I own one of those NFTs, and then owning the NFT lets me stake SDT tokens to it, and then it's been paying, I think, like close to 750% APY. Oh yeah, if you go to strategies on the top menu there, I'll show you the one I'm talking about specifically. If you do strategies and then premium, then yeah, that's the one. So it is, if you scroll down a little bit, it'll show you need to own one of these NFTs, and then that allows you to like deposit into
you can't stake
thing.
into this unless you own the NFT, and the NFT is like a membership that gives you the permission to get into this strategy.
Every week I have my strategy staked here, and every week this pays me out in stablecoin liquidity that's participating in a Curve liquidity pool. So every week I get like, you know, an amount of liquidity tokens that represent a position in DAI, USDC, USDT, and FARX. And then that position itself is earning like 12 or 13% APY. So I don't even need to claim the yield of this to be earning liquidity, because the yield itself is in liquidity, which is fucking awesome. This is probably my favorite NFT.
Wow.
But the only way to get this NFT too is so fucking awesome too. Is like you have to take your SDT token, which is the token of the Stake DAO protocol, which gets its value kind of by like taking a cut of all these protocols, like all these different strategies that people participate in. And you can like look at all their like strategies. It's all like on public things using like, you know, curve, compound, FARX, like, but it's like a front end for all that stuff, so you don't have to deal with the shit yourself. And yeah, I think it has close to $1 billion in total lock value at this point already. But either way, the way you get the NFTs is you take the SDT token and you stake it, which gets you a cut of all of like the percentage, like 20% APY or something paid in SDT. But then you stake the staked token to this like it's called the Palace, and then you start earning these passive points on your wallet, which aren't transferable. And the NFTs, when they drop, are purchasable in those points. So you can only really mint these NFTs if you have a stake in this protocol, or you can buy them off someone on the aftermarket. But I think they're very limited. I think there's only 100 of the one that I have there.
Wait, but you can still mint these.
If you go up on the marketplace tab, you can see the NFTs.
I have some of these tokens that I've never. I just have. I think I got an airdrop.
Yeah,
or
if you go
something.
first to governance tab, and then you can stake your tokens there, and then from there, once they're staked, you get X SDT here. So you see, if you stake them, you get 21% APY for the staking. So you would stake your tokens here, and then once they're staked, you'd go to the marketplace tag, and you'd stake them.
Fee, though, so I don't know if you'd want to stake $20.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know how much this 40 is worth, but
yeah.
Yeah, but so if
I'll
you
get
do
more.
this,
I'll do this. This is rad.
you do this, and then you go to the next tab over. So click out of this really quick and go to the marketplace tab. Once you have them staked, you can click here on the palace and stake the XSDT, which is the result of staked SDT. So you're still
then-
earning the passive yield, and then you'll start earning those points, and the points can be spent on these. So I'm saving up for the next round of these NFTs coming out so that I can have points ready to go.
Did we
when
have
the-
these guys on the show, Em?
Wait, so
No,
is this?
but we looked at this. Let's take
Cats?
for you.
I thought
Yeah,
the
but
cats
this
might have
isn't-
come from the same deal. That's
No.
a different deal, but it's kind of similar,
Yeah.
I think.
So
Yeah,
is
but
this
this is-
on?
Ethereum,
Oh,
right?
This is on
Well-
Ethereum mainnet, yeah. But
Yeah.
the strategies that they offer span between many blockchains. Like if you go to strategies, you can do like liquidity mining stuff they have, or you can do staking as a service, which they do, which is really cool.
Because it
like
has
you can-
four different networks you can choose from.
Yeah, exactly. You could participate in strategies on any of those networks. And like the NFT side of that, you have to be on the Ethereum mainnet. That like staking in the palace to earn those passive points, that happens on Ethereum.
Crazy.
But you
Yeah,
can
that's
can you
amazing.
you
get
can
into-
stake your
Can you
SDT
get into a?
token.
Can you get
Okay.
into a strategy on BSC?
Yeah,
Where you need
yeah,
to
so
do
if
the
you go-
Ethereum stuff to get the NFT to get into a strategy on BSC.
No, the NFT strategy, like the one that the NFT permissions is only that specifically that arbitrage strategy that pays out in stablecoin liquidity. All the other strategies you can participate in without owning any of the NFTs. You can just go to your Binance Smart Chain, click on strategies, see what they offer, and then just like click deposit, and it'll like do all of the front end, like all the back end stuff that
But that
establishes
pays you
the
in
strategy
like
for you.
the SDT instead of the stablecoin, right?
I got to start watching your Saturday show, I think. Jesus.
Because like
Yeah,
basically, if
these
you,
are
if
cool.
you pay them, you get paid in stablecoin, which is very safe. Like Max is making returns in stablecoin for owning that NFT. But if you stake any of the other pairs, you're owning their native token that buys the NFTs.
Yeah,
Let's
and the
go.
staking as a service is cool too. Like you could stake to the stake DAO like Solana node specifically, and then you'll earn the Solana like you normally would from staking, but they also will drop you SDT. And like they'll do that for a lot of those. Like if you stake, you can stake. I think they just added Harmony 1 too, where it's like you can stake Harmony to their validator, and ultimately earn additional rewards in SDT for all that stuff.
I might move some of my Viper into that after the Viper period is. No,
I would
So
hold
then
off
the
if you're about to
SDT
be able. Oh, go
Is
on.
what you use to get the NFTs.
For the NFTs, yeah, you have to stake SDT into XSDT, and then you have to stake the XSDT into the Palace, and then you start earning the points. And those points are what you need for the NFTs, which I think is such an interesting model to distribute them, because it's like, oh, those points aren't transferable. It's like you have to participate in this protocol to earn them over time. Like
Yeah.
at this rate, it's taking me months to earn enough to buy one of those NFTs.
they're also not cheap for that reason. Like people don't sell those NFTs. Like what is the floor?
I think the floor price
$2,000
on the one I
something?
have is like $8,000 or something. It's like
Holy crap, holy.
2.4 Ethereum or something. They're not cheap, yeah. But they also, like I said, it prints like stablecoin liquidity every week. Like
Yeah.
Tuesdays is payday, baby.
Pretty
Like,
good.
it's really cool. And not only that, like I don't have to claim the liquidity since it's already in the curve pool. I'm already earning like, a passive like 14-15% APY. But then there's strategies on this protocol. Like if you go back to strategies page, and at the top, I really like their options strategies. So in the middle of the premium and I really like this, the Ethereum put option strategy there. It's you're depositing stablecoin and earning 55% in stablecoin, which is dope. And it's based off weekly selling of put options to market makers, basically. And they're European style put
Jesus
options. So
Christ. What
it's
is
only-
Frax?
Frax is that's another like open source decentralized protocol. It's Forex finance. It's really so Frax is it's a stable coin that's backed 80% by mostly USDC and DAI, but 20% of its supply is algorithmically generated by the Frax protocol. So it's collateralized currently 80%, but it has a circulating supply of over 1 billion on the Ethereum mainnet and across different blockchains. And it owns a good amount of its own liquidity. So it's like a algorithmic open source protocol that maintains its own stablecoin peg. It's really fascinating.
Jeez, I don't even know How do you do taxes on this shit?
So Frax is just a dollar peg. It's just a dollar stablecoin in that sense. So it doesn't like fluctuate in price at all. If you went to like, oh yeah, they do great documentation, and then again, it's like it's an open source kind of like governance protocol that you can participate in voting on governance if you have your XSDT tokens as well.
Wow.
Which I don't know, it's a really cool little like it's basically a front end to participate in DeFi strategies that makes doing some pretty complicated DeFi really simple, because they just have a front end and let you like, you know, click deposit and it'll be like, okay, sign this transaction. And then like if you looked at some of the transactions that you sign, like for example, if you go to like Etherscan and check the transaction that you signed, it's like giving permission to Curve, supplying to Curve, giving permission to the next thing, supplying to that, doing so it does like all of the crazy shit that you would have to figure out how to do for you on the front end. And in exchange, you're paying like a percentage of the performance of the strategy to the protocol itself. And then that performance is collected by the people who hold the SDT tokens and is distributed to them by people who stake the SDT tokens for XSDT. So XSDT is always increasing in price relative to SDT, but the rebase of that increase is randomized so that you can't like stake into XSDT and then pull out right after the rebase, and then like, you know, stake back in right before. So basically no one knows when the next like rebasing of XSDT to SDT happens. It's similar to how like sushi and XSushi's dynamic works, only I guess that one changes every block, but this one is like rebased randomly.
Dude,
It gets
I'm
really,
pretty solid
really,
on
it gets
this
way
stuff,
deeper.
and this is like
Heavy.
I'm
That's
chasing
heavy.
my own tail to get to see what the hell.
There's really cool stuff happening on like, I mean, one thing, like I have a few friends who want to like do DeFi and like make passive like yields and stuff, and like creating these positions is difficult, and which is why I was saying long term I think there's real like value in creating the positions themselves and selling curated positions as NFTs. But when people are like, how can I get into some of these like yields, there's options that like don't involve any of this shit. Like for example, there's an Ethereum asset called OUSD, which is a stable coin that has a elastic supply. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but if you put, for example, like just do OUSD and you put 1,000 of them into your MetaMask wallet, like twice a day the balance just increases. And it increases based on the yield farming that the protocol that issues OUSD is maintaining on Curve. And currently the yield for the OUSD is like 30%.
Whoa. See, if you're just holding this in your MetaMask wallet, it'll multiply?
Yeah, it just climbs on its own at a rate of currently averaged over the last 30 days. The annualized yield of this is about 30%. So
why don't I have some of this in my wallet right now? This is
like, if you're just
insane.
holding a stable coin in your wallet, you should maybe turn it into OUSD if you're on the Ethereum mainnet, because it'll just trickle up. Like if you go to like Origin Dollars website, it'll tell you like how it does that and show you like the contracts, and you can check it out. But this is like a way that I'll tell people you can participate in these yields by literally just holding this token, and like 30% or 29.85. That's not bad. Like I mean, you can I'll way outperform you in my strategy, but like this is, you don't have to unwrap or wrap or create any of these strategies. You just hold the dollars and then spend them as dollars.
So where do you swap it? It'll swap on Uniswap.
Yeah, Uniswap is
Sure.
probably the deepest liquidity, but if you check on CoinGecko and see who's
KuCoin and Sushi
Oh,
Swap.
KuCoin.
Yeah.
Uniswap might have deeper liquidity than, yeah, KuCoin.
KuCoin
too.
has crazy options. KuCoin is
KuCoin
so
has like, yeah, they're
the
quick with adding like good
alt
shit.
tokens.
But yeah, there's a
So-
lot of options for literally anybody with any risk tolerance. So this one is like, you know, oh, you want to get a cut of like a yield earning asset and you want to do it like without exposure to the crypto market. Here's a stable coin that earns yield from the Curve protocol, farming stablecoin liquidity across blockchains, which makes a lot of sense, is a really lucrative thing to participate in. But this protocol gives you a cut of that yield, you know, without you having to wrap or unwrap any of those positions.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
So
so
there's-
good.
There's something for everybody, which is great.
Crazy. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for more stuff like this to come onto Wax, because I feel like Wax can do all this stuff. We're just like a little behind as far as DeFi goes.
Right.
I've been doing the crypto stuff since like 2014 and like been paying attention to like the DeFi space as it emerged. Like I was so hyped on it in 2017, and back then it was a literal, like it was a pipe dream. Like realistically, the shit wasn't realistic. Like what was being pitched about what you can do with these assets. But since then, all that money that was raised was used to build the infrastructure to actually do all that shit. And today it is like not a pipe dream anymore. So it's really, really fun to have seen it grow from like nothing or from like a concept up into like, oh, it is now like $100 billion industry and is 1,000%, in my opinion, going to grow into $1 trillion industry in the next 10 years. Like, it's great. Like, you can do. I don't know what I would go to the bank for anymore. Like, I can, you know, I can take stable coin, I guess, to get the physical cash, maybe, like if I need bank notes. But beyond that, yeah.
Yeah, unreal. Really great stuff.
Also, yeah, it's a little complex. This is why we always talk about this stuff on stream.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta go, and we haven't talked about CryptomonKeys yet, except for we did claim some. So, yeah, CryptomonKeys.
What do you got for us, real quick, on the monkey tip?
Just go in, claim your Santa drops, and they keep. There's just so much coming out.
You can get packs to
There's
those,
a new
right?
stack every day. So
stacks like crazy.
Bunch of stack reveals all month. They're up to number 32.
Oh yeah, this new one's pretty.
I got a rare one from my Santa drop earlier.
Wait, this is 38 they're up to. Jesus Louises.
Oh wow.
It's coming hot and fast.
Yeah. Hell yeah. There's a game aspect to these, right? Like they have gaming stats and stuff. There's like a whole
they're basically meant as an open protocol gaming thing. So there is a game that's going to be built for it, but they're built such that if somebody wants to develop a game but can't develop NFTs for the game, you just use these. They're free to use for your own gaming thing. And the stats were picked to be I don't want to say generic, but so that they could be used in a number of different
versatile.
Yeah. So it's intended so that the CryptomonKeys community can build their own games, however complex or simple you want, and then just use these as the game pieces.
That is super cool. Oh, I can't wait to see what people come up with on that front.
Yeah. So
yeah, that'd be interesting.
I'm gonna get going though.
All right. Well, thank you, sir, for joining us today.
And then hopefully you got a couple stacks left from.
I got some monkey cards still.
Okay. Cool.
Throw out. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Have a great weekend.
All you gentlemen later.
Good talking to you as always.
Take care, Uncle Rico.
It was a pleasure.
And there he goes, off into the weekend. Well, crap. I mean, we've been at it for a good couple hours here. I think.
So wait,
it's been amazing.
You stream on Saturdays? You said, what day do you go live and do this stuff? Because this is fun.
Tuesdays are like our technical DeFi day.
Okay.
So we talk like random stuff every day. We get pretty off the rails most days. Tuesday is the dedicated day, and that is Tuesday on Twitch, Neon Space NFT on Twitch, and that's at like 2 p.m. Pacific time.
Wicked. Start tuning in.
Wicked.
We'll also be streaming tomorrow at 11:30 for our pack sale because that's at 12 and the opening's at 1. So we'll just be hanging out and talking to people and then ripping packs live because it's fun to do.
Yeah, hell yeah. So that's tomorrow morning then, yeah.
Tomorrow noon is the sale, I think. And 1 is that's morning for me too. So
Pacific time also. UTC, I think that's
today I had to wake up at like early at like 9 o'clock. It sucked. That was like
hard life we live.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, we're also we're gonna be on Uplifters later, I think in like an hour, and then after this stream, I think we're supposed to do our own stream. So
oh my god,
we'll be online all day, baby.
Friday night live.
Dig it. Yeah. Well, shit. We'll let you guys go and get a little bit of break before your next one, and we'll do our final words and giveaways. And but man, it's awesome. Always awesome to have you guys on and chat with you guys about all this stuff. So super educational. I think I'm going to have to hit you in the behind the scenes and ask a couple questions. But very helpful. You cracked open some codes that I was trying to solve for a long time today. So Super
Awesome.
super fun.
Yeah, that's I love that about this whole space is like, yeah, it's like there's a crazy amount of things anyone like you can do with it, and anybody can do it. You just have to like I mean, yeah, it's a very steep learning curve to get up to the level of doing like all of these things, but ultimately it's a bunch of simple, relatively simple things just string together back to back to back to create something
Yeah.
really complicated. And it's like really exciting that like anybody can do this, which I love that about it.
Oh yeah.
Especially
it,
now,
yeah.
especially with all these chains like Binance Smart Chain or like Harmony or stuff where you can do these transactions for or Wax too, where the transactions don't cost you everything.
Well, making it easier, making it less
Yeah.
scary, making it all these things are what need to happen to grow the space and keep it going. I think so. It's good stuff, man. Your knowledge of it is mind blowing. So fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I go deep into it.
Love
That
it.
was a fun
Love it.
ride. Yeah.
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 All right, boys. We'll let you guys go, and we'll chat with you guys another time soon. Good luck with the drop
Absolutely.
tomorrow too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great,
It's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
indeed.
for having us.
Thanks,
All
Catch you next
boys.
time, y'all.
definitely.
Alrighty. Have
Thanks
a
for
grand
stopping
one.
by.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Alrighty then. Let's see. Okay, a couple things before we do our little giveaway thing here. We've got the big brawl coming up here in 20 hours. So we've still got some spots open here. If you haven't entered the fray yet and you're one of the guild members, come on over to the brawl section in the guilds and enter in the next 20 hours here, and we'll get off to the brawl races here over the weekend.
All right, I got to do that.
Yeah, we basically it's our team, our army. You know, the Left House Action Army is going to start going up against other guilds out there in the lands of the splinters. So we're probably going to get clobbered. Maybe we'll do all right. We've got a few.
No.
We got a few good players. You know, we've got some people that have been learning and getting their rhythms on in our guild. So
I've definitely been losing.
yeah, you got to
That's
get
how
with
you
Sensei.
learn. You lose and you learn. And I
You
do
got to
need
get with Sensei Boraj. He's been helping teach some of the things, and he has extra cards and stuff. We swap some things around. Yeah, got to do it. What do you mean? I'm not a request to join. How am I not a member of my own guild? Did I get kicked out of the guild?
Since they kicked you out.
Oh no, I'm still there.
Just kidding.
I'm still there. Thank God. All right. So yeah. Get in line, get in the brawl. Join the fray. Enter the fray. Oh, what happened? Select fray. Oh, I guess we're all frayed up now. What's this? Wait, how am I not a member of the guild? What just happened? So I think I just got kicked out of my own guild.
Gildar.
Wait, I'm still down here on the thing, but then it says request to join. Oh, I guess I'm not logged in. I guess that was the deal. All right. Oh, I was scared for a second. All right, there we are. Whew. Okay, yeah. Now we're back. Still got a few spots there left for all you fine guild members. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots left. Did you join up yet, Em?
No, I need to.
Go join the damn guild.
I joined the guild.
Join the fray. Enter the fray. Like entering the dragon. All right, this is a long show. Great stuff. There's so much more stuff that I wanted to talk about, but we've got another week. What?
DeFi CryptomonKey Friday was fun.
DeFi CryptomonKey Friday. We're supposed to have the Metaforce Christmas ball pack drop today, but I guess that didn't come together there. Yeah, tons of stuff happening out there. That was nuts, actually. Super nuts. All right, let's do our giveaway thing. Since we're up on the Twitch and it's Friday and it's open to the public, Can't we do it the old Twitch and
Rubberfish?
Maru way?
Yeah, because you don't have to be an Action Family Club card holding member.
Right.
CryptomonKey Friday.
Right. So let's pull this up and see how this goes here. So I go into the Twitch. I'll hit Twitch. And then the name of the channel, let's see. I mean, I know it, but I want to get it right on the money. It's just NFT Action News, but like, do I have to copy? Stop.
Who's that guy?
I don't know. Channel. All right. I mean, do I just write NFT Action News or do I grab the whole address? Oh my God, I'm doing that thing.
The rabbit
How do
hole.
I got it. Oh, shut up. How do I mute it? Oh, see, don't mute. I don't know Twitch that well. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. So it's NFT Action News. Go back to the old graph. Do it like this. I'll take the slash off, I guess. I don't know. All right. So then what? You go into our chat over here and you hit the iPlay or something like that? Is that?
I think it's just the name, not the whole URL.
Who said that?
MSMP.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I did that. Right. Just the name. Okay. People are starting to show up. All right.
No
this is
way.
amazing.
Get in here. Get in here.
Our first dealio, huh?
Yeah.
Our first Authentico Crittercraft where everybody's gonna be able to control their little dudes.
This is sick.
All right.
Crittercraft.
I do who to do but don't. Okay, what does this say here? It says hosts will advise if wallet ID is required. I don't know if it is or not. I guess you guys already figured that one out.
Yeah,
get in when so what do I do?
ID.
And then after this, I choose game. As soon as I know everybody's in, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Give them what? Another 30 seconds? Minute?
Yeah. How do we know if everybody's in? Is there a bing, bing, bing?
Bing, bing, bing.
A bell of
It
sorts?
seemed to slow down here, so we'll give it
I think we
another.
might be there. I think we are there. All right. Let's get ready to rumble. Choose the game. Oh my God. All right. So what do we got? Guffers enabled. This is the one we want here.
Oh, we got some coming in.
People are still coming in?
Yeah, Boom Shaker and Phasif.
So what, do I go back or am I good here?
Can we? We're all new to this.
I don't want to go back if it ruins it.
Yeah.
Should I go back?
We might just have to stick this one out. There was only 2 that came in after, I think. So,
all right.
Stoned if you didn't make it, guys.
AMJ42 just came in. I saw Stone just came in. Well,
maybe this is a trial.
Well, there's no going back here on this. This doesn't give me the option to go back.
Yeah. So this is this could be for one prize, first place prize, and then we could do another one for
all right,
for second and third or whatever else we're doing.
What is the name of the Twitch? It is the NFT Action News, all smashed together as one word. What if I refresh this? Think that would be bad?
Give it a try. What's the worst that can happen?
We can restart. Ah, damn it.
Ah, darn it, guys. We got to do it again.
All right, everybody, hit your iPlays now.
That we're all together.
NFT Action News.
And
all right, here they are. They're all coming in again. You guys read. If you did it once, do it again. Get in where you're ficking. Let's see.
I guess if you don't leave your address, you got to be here to claim then after, right? And shout it out.
I have no idea. I've never done this before. I'm new. What is that? What's that?
Craft. That's my little hand drum.
Oh, okay.
Hand drum.
The tantrum. All right. Are they all? Are we all in? Are we happy campers?
Let's see. Hold on here. We definitely have more than last time. We got 26 watching, so we'll give another 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
How many people are watching?
26.
Where? On Twitch?
I don't know. I just see it here in the StreamYard.
Oh, okay. I don't even see that information.
We're over 2 hours live now. It's a huge Friday. The action has been amazing all week long, babies and gentlemen. If you haven't done so, if you are new here, today is your first day. We're open to the public doing giveaway, NFT Critter Craft style. Monday through Friday, our giveaways are locked up to Action Family Club card holders, which you can find on the Wax blockchain, Nifty Blocks. And we've had an amazing week in the Action studio. CryptomonKey Friday, one of the best days of the week. And we're getting into it now. We should be good to close the board, I'd say, brother.
Okay. I'm with you on that.
I'll be in.
All right, I'm going to choose the game. Grubfish Royale. Yep, recommended. And there'll be prizes for top 5. I just don't know what. Probably some crypto monkeys. We'll see what else is there. Let's go.
Let's do it.
We're grubbing.
I wonder, is anyone out there controlling their grubfish?
Yeah, and I wonder too. Oh yeah, I see it. They're making the commands to make it happen, and some people are spinning. Some people are going fast.
Oh,
some people are hitting
charge, round. Amazing, guys.
Yeah, this is a brilliant.
Spin. Stoned is spinning. Spin-a-rooney.
Top 5 win.
And we're almost
we're
there.
Got them. Looks like you guys are the winners. Top 5 of yous.
Oh my
None
gosh,
of you
you
want
guys
to
are
lose
good.
either.
Oh.
Down to 2. 2 grubbies left.
I feel like Chuck Liddell watching a UFC fight.
Chuck.
Oh my goodness, we have our winner.
I didn't get the name. Japunya. Congratulations.
Ooh.
You did it. You won it. You're a hero in the hearts of all NFT collectors and creators. Not a bad day. Not a bad day to win an NFT. Putting the winners list in the private chat there. I'm going to have to say, what a hell of a day. What a show.
Yeah, that was really fun. I love it whenever we break over the 2-hour limit on
I know,
Friday.
it's wild. Oh, I wanted to say we're going to have a Christmas extravaganza party. The Mars, Utah LeftHousr second annual coast to coast Christmas party. We're going to take over Uplando's 12 nights of Christmas. Well, we're going to only take over one night of Christmas. The other nights will be his, because he's doing 12 nights. We're just going to come in one night, which will be Wednesday. Next Wednesday, prizes galore. It shall be fun. We'll have guests. It'll be a more Upland themed party.
72 hours.
Lots going on in Upland too. Brooklyn just went live, sold out like gangbusters. I missed it all. Other things, Christmas ornaments and celebrations, NFLPA legit swappings and whatnots, all sorts of things. Uplando's going to start coming in once a week and doing a little Upland report as well, starting hopefully next week as well. So kick butt. Oh, there you are. Okay. Do you have
I'm
anything
here.
you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
I want to say thank you all. It's been an amazing week, an amazing episode, award-winning week. A lot of things going on in the metaphor side of things. The Action Family Matters animation. Episode 2 is underway. Leftland is being built out amazingly. Sensei's doing a great job. We had his show this morning, the Faded Mansuda show, every Friday.
Great show.
Yes, I love what's going on over here. It's an expansion after episode 300, and we're glad that you've all been here with us since the beginning, and continue to spread the word far and wide. Let's build this family up. Next week on Monday, I know we do have guests
Wax Arena
coming in. Wax Arena coming in, so we're coming in hot.
coming in hot.
And until then, we do as we always do around here. I bid you adieu. Jello pudding.
Oh, there it is.
Pudding.
Jello!
Unicorns.
Jello pudding sweater.